All right, call Coach Vic eating a bagel. We are getting ready to roll. If it looks late, that's because guess what? It is late. Let's see what time it is. It is 9:23.
Wow, it's kind of late.
But we don't care because it's an interstate day and it doesn't matter. It's not like, you know, these state roads where you get behind a lot of traffic. We're going through a couple of cities, and we're going to be going through those cities, you know, not at 8 o'clock in the morning or 5 in the afternoon. Either way, we're just going to be going through some cities. Columbus and Cincinnati, relatively speaking, should be the only two big ones, and then we end up in Lexington, Kentucky today. The weather forecast looks great. I don't want to jinx it because Lord knows every day it's been raining. I'm going to put my sunglasses down. You know, we're getting actually a little bit of sun.
Right now it's in the 70s.
It is. It's in the 70s. I've got the liner out of the jacket. I'm just going to enjoy the heck out of a nice ride today. Like I said, I like the miles. The interstate wears kind of thin on Coach Vic at times. So hopefully her communicator's charged enough. She can listen to her radio shows.
Hopefully it's not busy.
It's going to be some. When we get around Cincinnati, I have a feeling it's going to be hopping. But it's the way it goes. I mean, you can't have, you know, Johnny, you can't have WKRP in Cincinnati and not have a crowd of people. You just can't. You know, they might be throwing frozen turkeys out of a helicopter today. If you remember that, you can leave a message down below. I'm going to load her up. We're going to get on the road. It's windy and she's getting chilly. She's ready to ride.
Ready to ride, ready to go, head south.
Warmer weather and hopefully less rain is in our future.
Hey,
how you doing, man?
Happy Casper the Friendly Ghost Day.
Oh, all right, there you go, man.
Right. Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, buddy.
I guess
right,
you were
man.
talking to him before?
You know, I spoke to him yesterday, and apparently he pulled the channel up and saw the YouTube channel, and the bike's name is Casper.
Oh, you didn't tell him?
No, I didn't tell him.
Watched it.
It's funny. Hey, you know, this is how it grows, is people sharing with people and meeting real people. We speak to everyone, and everyone is wonderful. Man, I thank God for that kind of stuff. It just, there it is. A total stranger that we had never met. I spoke to him yesterday, and now today, he's speaking to me, and we're friends. It's cool.
It's cool.
All right, so we are leaving Erie, Pennsylvania. This is the motel we stayed at. There it is, motel. Was right here on the on Lake Erie. It's beautiful. We had a great walk out here last night. I got back kind of late, got Vicky out of the bed, and we went for a walk. It was just wonderful. Beautiful sailboats, man, and you guys, any of you who know me, know I have a background in that as well. Man, anytime I'm around the water, it just brings back fond memories and all of the things that I've done. Man, it is just so sweet. We're going to get on the road. It's going to be, like I said, a lot of interstate travel. It's going to be beautiful to me. We'll see what the scenery does look like. We'll pick some up as we get further out and see what's going on with all this. Dude didn't look very happy, did he? But it's going to be an awesome day. It's funny, the guy that said hi to us when we were doing our opener, I don't know if I got it on camera or not. He said he came back by after we had shut the camera down, and he goes, man, it is going to be a Powerpuff day. Ooh, a fly got in my mouth. He said, he sure did. I spit him right out. Anyway, he said it is going to be a Powerpuff day. I can't talk. Here we go again. So when the guy came back by, he said it's going to be a Powerpuff Girl day. Sparkly and shining. Yes, it is. It is going to be a magnificent day on the Spyder. They all are. It's just some more sparkly than others. So enjoy beautiful Lake Erie this morning. about to grab I-90 again, head west-southwest out here. Yep. Also wanted to take a minute to talk about the Zumo XT GPS. I've had some questions where people have sent me emails asking me what I think of it. I'm going to tell you I love it. I do. It does have shortcomings, like every GPS. Every proprietary GPS seems to have shortcomings to me. Now maybe I'm just a persnickety old dude that expects way too much, and that is quite possible, and I'm okay with that. But I don't think that it's a bad thing to expect more, because that's how companies end up giving more. Maybe if someone that works for Garmin sees this video, they can do a little research on this. Probably not, though. But basically, what I would say is that the interface is lacking. You can get a route and all that stuff, and it works well. What I don't like is that you'll have a map, and it'll just have highway names. It won't have a lot of cities on there. I wish they would show more cities along the route, that you could just kind of drop your pin in those cities. That would be very, very helpful. That's you know, the interface on the Apple Maps is absolutely superlative, but the display is very lacking. This is the exact opposite. The display, man, oh, it's crystal clear, it's color, it's beautiful, it's intuitive, everything about it's wonderful. But when you're doing your mapping, it could use a little bit. Dead deer. Seen a lot of those guys, man. So I would like to see a few more cities on the map, if I could. The interface to pick up more. On the iPhone, it will show me every Hilton in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I can touch it and it will just send me to that location. I wish the Garmin had that simple of an interface. Now, I know that that's asking for a lot, but there you go. Apart from that, apart from the interface where you're planning your trip, that's the only shortcoming I see. It takes a little longer. Don't you just love it when you pass a guy and he passes you, you pass a guy, he passes you, and your cruise is set and you're doing the same speed? He's going to get in front of me and slow down, I just know it. This is hopping. Is this guy leaving? Is he leaving, or what's he doing? There he goes. I don't know if he's quite sure. Back this thing up. If it will, I'll do it. Let me see. Pow wow! Perfect. Amish buggy and horse. All right, so we are in Ashland, Ohio. We've gone about 160 miles.
Not bad.
If we can do another 160 stretch, we will only have to make one more stop.
I know, very nice. Yay.
Which will put us there between 4 and 5 after leaving at what, 9:30?
I know, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was nice, you know, after I checked the weather and everything, realized it was going to be a big interstate day. I was telling Vic, you know, hey, you can get some sleep this morning if you want, and I think she might have enjoyed that a little bit.
It was nice.
It was nice.
I was still up by 7, but it was good.
Yeah, because compared to what you've been doing, that's sleeping in, right?
Yeah. You're having some Fritos.
I know. I normally don't do Fritos.
You don't normally do Fritos.
Pretty tasty. I opened the bottom of the bag. I'm not real good.
Oh, here. Should I get Shady Rays? Thumbs up, thumbs down if I should get, not on the channel. Thumbs up or thumbs down on the comments if I should get Shady Rays or not.
Yeah.
These kind.
Just say, Vic, get Shady Rays, or nope, they're not for you.
But I need prescriptions, so I have to order a prescription. But should I get them or not?
I think you should. I think it look good on you.
You think they look good?
I think you did.
All right. I missed my sunglasses. So.
Right in your hole. All right. Let's see. All right, so there's an Amish buggy, another one right there. And when I turn right, make sure he has the right of way. You don't turn across him. He has the right of way. If you were right beside him, you allow him to go first.
I know, but what if you turn this way?
Well, he's not going to get on the interstate. He's got to go straight. There he goes. Yeah, nice. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Check them out. Going right down the road. No stress, no mess, no muss, no fuss. Just doing their thing. Nice. All right, we're going to grab 71 South. We're going to go as far as we can. We made about 160 miles on that one, because I didn't clear the trip meter when we first got going. So we're in good shape. We're in real good shape. We could probably do one more stop. If we can, certainly if we can make 150 miles, we'll only do one more stop. Lexington, Kentucky. Here we come. Oh yeah. Hell, I'm nervous on a Spyder, and that guy wasn't even nervous on a horse and buggy. Next stop, points unknown. Somewhere though between here and the Kentucky state line. We might even make it into Kentucky. Who knows? Who knows how far it is? We've got Columbus to get through. We've got Cincinnati to get through. So I think it's going to be a while. We're doing the north to south passage of Ohio. So it's going to be quite a few miles in Ohio. The temperature is nice. I guess I can get over for this guy. I will say the truck drivers, man, no matter where you are in the country, at least for me, they seem to be very courteous. I mean, they give me wide berth. They don't jam me. Even in the bigger cities, they always seem to just really be very courteous about the whole thing. More than I can say about SUVs. Alright, so we're between Columbus and Cincinnati, and we'll just say it's been an interesting ride. Traffic unbelievable, drivers insane, and look at this. What do we got here? Look like a flat tire or a broken axle. Here's the crazy thing: I rarely see more than a diesel truck here or there that might have a flat tire. To give you an idea on the condition of these roads, since Columbus, which we have not been out of Columbus 30 minutes probably, I've seen 3 diesel trucks on the side of the road with flat tires, and that RV with a flat tire. So that should tell you something about the condition of these roads here. And people are absolutely flying up and down this road. I don't get impatient or that anxious when I'm driving a lot, but today I will tell you, It happened. Well, Coach Bob lost his cool back there in Columbus. I was ready, woo! People cutting you off and you're trying to get over and nobody will let you over. I mean, it was just nasty. It was nasty. It was just bad. We'll leave it at that. Look, there's another one broken down. Guarantee he's got a flat tire too. It's crazy. These roads, man. I asked Vic a little while ago, I said, you know the difference between an Ohio interstate and a Georgia dirt road? The Ohio interstate's bumpy. Woo, it's rough, man. It's rough. Every one of those little patches, I mean, it is like riding a horse, man. It is unbelievable. All right, enough complaining. Let's try to enjoy the scenery and savor the flavor and keep it positive. North of Cincinnati, getting ready to go through Cincinnati and talk to some locals. They're telling us that we're going to take a different course than the GPS. Both GPSs are telling us, as a matter of fact. Hopefully it'll be clear what they're telling me to do. Coach Vic, you would look back, make sure it didn't drop anything. I don't see anything. They said that if you go straight through town, or if you go to the east, there's a bridge over there, and that bridge backs up about this time of day every day, and it will be a parking lot. And so their suggestion is go on the west circle, the west loop or beltway, whatever you want to call it. And although it's further and will actually run you all the way over into Indiana, just a corner, that is the way to go, that it's probably 15 miles further, but that it will save you time. My GPS is showing me running right through the middle of town, and they're like, you'll do great going through the middle of town until you get to that section, and then you're just going to be stopped. So I had two locals tell me that, so we're gonna do what they say, because it's approaching 4 o'clock. I'm already showing red areas and orange areas in those locations, so we're gonna do it. Worst thing that happened, I'll have to stop for gas one more time due to miles, and if that happens, that happens. I don't really want it to, but I'm not afraid of it happening. It's always nice to pick the brains of the local folks, because they know what's going on. It's crazy how the last few days have been with the weather and stuff. It's just nuts. I apologize that we didn't get to hang out and talk with me and Coach Vic, but we'll talk later when we get to the room, or if we end up having to make another gas stop, we'll chat about all that later. But let's enjoy the ride as we approach the greater Cincinnati area.
As we continued around the west side of Cincinnati, we left Ohio, went into Indiana, and then eventually popped out into Kentucky. Things started getting a little odd. The traffic was intermittent. It would be really, really busy, and then not busy at all. But then we started hearing this sound, this hissing noise, the noise of steam coming out of a hose. You know, like a radiator hose that's getting ready to bust. And that's something that we had been contending with before we left on this part of the trip. So we're getting a little antsy. You're going to see in a moment when I flip the face of my helmet up, and the camera's going to be looking up at the sky. But I didn't want to cut this out because I wanted you to be able to hear exactly what I was hearing. Okay, so let's see. What is this going to be? Catastrophe? Or just the fact that Coach Bob may not be too bright? Let's see. We'll find out.
Sounds in the back. What is that? That's us. We're about to have a catastrophic failure. It's bad. We got steam pouring out, guarantee you. Looking to see if you see anything on the ground. This ain't making it better, that's for sure. That's what we were hearing though. It's bad, man. Get off here. All right, so we were driving along and I'm thinking I have an overheating problem on the Spyder. The temperature gauge looked fine, but I kept hearing this horrible noise and I'm like, what is it? It's bad. We're gonna blow the engine. Maybe something's bad. Here's what it was. I'm gonna show you. Listen to this. Can you hear that? It is deafening. It's cicadas. I was told they were bad this year. I could hear that in my helmet. Wow. It's crazy. Y'all, I kid you not, those cicadas, I could hear them over diesel trucks. I could hear them over my engine. I could hear them in my helmet with the visor closed. And I'm thinking, we got a real problem. We got a real problem. But the temperature gauge looked good. Everything looked fine, no leaks. And I got off the darn thing at the next available exit and unbelievable. Those things are unbelievably loud.
I thought I heard this noise yesterday, and I heard it again. I was thinking cicadas for a second there, but it's not. It is.
Unreal.
On the highway.
We were driving at 70 miles an hour.
Every time we would go by trees and plants,
it would get louder. But I would hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're by an interstate, a packed interstate.
Yes.
And these things were drowning those vehicles out.
Yes.
Insane.
That was funny.
What a blessing. I was mortified. Thank you, Lord.
What did people say?
They were laughing. They're going to subscribe to the channel. So if you're the folks talking about cicadas with me, how you doing? Let old Bob get back on the road. Love you.
Love you.
I'm sorry I scared you if I scared you. It scared me.
The whole highway for 6 hours is scaring me.
Oh yeah, it's been busy.
Man, it's busy.
It's busy. All right, let's roll. All right, so Coach Vic does not know I'm recording. Let's see what she thinks about the trip today. So Vic, what'd you think about today anyway? What'd you think?
It was long, windy, and I was nervous a lot of the time. I don't like the interstate. You did great. You rode great and all that. I just didn't like riding the interstate.
Why not?
Because I don't like the interstate. It's loud, with congestion, and it makes me nervous. All the semis.
So I didn't make you nervous though?
Well, every now and then when you're looking, I see brakes. So I just say brakes. You drove well.
I did okay.
Yeah, you drove well.
Okay.
You know, I get a little nervous, but I don't like the interstate driving at all.
Was it busier than you thought it was going to be today?
It was busy the whole time, yes.
Yes.
Oh, hi.
I wanted honest answers.
But they were honest.
It was busy, wasn't it?
Yes,
Here,
it
hold
was.
that for me while I get
The
your
whole
stuff
time.
together.
Well, we gotta at least show this once on the trip. We can do it a lot, yes. We gotta bring a tag along for someone to do this job. Heck yeah.
It's good. The cicadas were more of a problem in a wheelchair.
That was pretty funny.
Like a baby. Like a baby. This thing hot. Hello friends, Coach Bob and Coach Vic with you.
Oh, hello.
Well, the day is over. We are in Lexington, Kentucky. And man, what a hopping location. The Hampton Inn, or the Home to Suites that we're in, great location, walking distance to a bunch of restaurants.
Double Dogs.
Yeah,
Double
we ate a place called Double Dogs. It was really
Yes,
good.
it's good.
Ooh, I had a blue cheeseburger.
And a chicken sandwich.
She had a chicken sandwich. She was chicken to have the blue cheese.
Yeah, don't do blue cheese.
So today was Erie, Pennsylvania to Lexington, Kentucky. It was quite the day.
Interstate driving the whole way, fast speeds, lots of cars, lots of semis, bumpy roads. Yeah.
You can see that Vicky really enjoyed that.
It was
ride.
not the nice, quiet, country winding roads. It was straight interstate roads the whole time.
You know, it's we used to always, as a kid, it's like either you get the gator or the gator gets you.
It was intense. I wasn't driving, but it was very intense riding the whole time.
The gator got Coach Vic today. There's no doubt. She was not real happy.
I was not unhappy. I just didn't like the intensity of the interstate.
And I understand that. So let's kind of paint the picture of the day. We a late start today. It was 9:30ish when we left. We only spent 7.5 hours, actually 7 hours and 28 minutes in the saddle. We averaged over 60 miles an hour today. Really nice. And that was with some real bumper-to-bumper traffic 4 times where we stopped. Twice in Cincinnati, and then twice on 75 as we were south of Cincinnati coming to Lexington.
Okay.
So to still average over 60 miles an hour with those stops, pretty impressive.
Right.
We were moving most of the day. It was really nice. Started out this morning. The weather was perfect. It was kind of cool. Then it got
hot.
It got hot. It was,
Stripped down one layer after another layer.
yeah. What's funny is 4 days ago we're freezing our
It's
reins
either
off.
really cold or really hot. There's really not that much just that nice, comfortable weather. It doesn't really happen very often.
And so we leave Erie. Erie was beautiful. Man, the water was beautiful for Lake Erie. I mean, it was just wonderful. So we come out of there, we grab the interstate, we head south. The road's smooth, the traffic's light, everything's going well, and then we get to
Columbus.
Columbus was crazy. It was a madhouse. Cars everywhere, a lot of construction going on. It was a very, very tense form of driving for me. I will say that I don't get stressed out a lot when I drive. I did. I actually got stressed out in Columbus.
Right, it felt like it.
A lot of interchanges. And those interchanges, the crazy thing about them, it was, you had literally a tenth of a mile to move over 5 lanes to get off. And there was traffic buzzing by you at 90 miles an hour, it looked like to me. I'm trying to maneuver around, and I've got Coach Vic head on a swivel, GPS going. I was a little stressed out. Like Columbus, I got a little stressed.
Yeah.
And I will say that really, that's the first time since we've toured that I got into a city where I was really, really stressed about navigating, because it was very confusing to me. It was very confusing. A lot of signage down, and the roads were pretty rough. It is what it is. We made it through there unscathed, and no harm, no foul kind of thing, right? So we get out of Columbus and we start heading south towards Cincinnati. And how was the road, Coach Vic?
Kaboom, 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 kaboom. Yeah, for miles.
It was really bumpy. I will tell you, I saw a lot of flat tires. I saw at least one car or one vehicle, I won't say car, one vehicle every 10 miles, at least. I saw 5 trucks, 5 18-wheeler trucks pulled over with flat tires. I don't know if there's debris in the road, if it's the road condition, what it is, but you felt like you were playing Russian roulette. You're just wondering, am I next, right?
Oh.
But we made it through there. We get to Cincinnati. We're gassing up just before Cincinnati. Our GPS has given us 2 options. Go straight down 75 or go
275 on the east side. I had a guy, I was talking to him, he was interested in the Spyder. He gets ready to leave. He stopped his truck, he gets out of his truck and goes, hey, if you're going to Lexington this time of day, it's gonna be a lot longer to go around the west side of the city. But that's what you need to do because the traffic is gonna be a parking lot on the east side of the city.
Right, so that's what we did.
But then I went inside and I asked another guy.
And he said the same thing.
And he said the same thing. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Our gas stop there just before Columbus.
Oh, we saw the Amish people?
Yeah, but remember what did we say about all the people that were walking in and out of this
pretty
place?
people.
They're pretty people, man.
Look on the pretty people.
Man, you get it. I'm telling you, northern Ohio, a lot of pretty, healthy, muscular, athletic-looking people. Very, very pretty people.
Yeah.
And then you look up and there's this Amish buggy, and it was the coolest thing. One guy just went out into a field and kind of out into Amish country where they had their own little community.
Right.
And then the other guy was going by, he was sitting at a red light
On the
where everybody's turning right to go on the interstate,
Yeah.
and they had to wait on him. Big old diesel truck waiting for his little horse and buggy.
Yeah, it was funny.
I guarantee that Amish dude was looking at him, don't you scare my horse.
So we get on the road, we're driving.
Then we get into Cincinnati. We go around the west side, like I said. People telling us, go west, young man. So
Right.
we do that. And I keep hearing this doggone noise, and I'm like, man, something is bad wrong with the Spyder. Something is bad wrong with it.
I hear it, we both hear it. Can't figure out what it is.
And I'm lifting my face shield up on my helmet when we're going slow, and I'm like, it is so loud. This is bad. This is really bad. And then we got stopped. We're sitting still, and I'm hearing this noise.
You still hear it.
And I'm like, man, this thing is going to blow up. It's going to catch on fire, and we're going to burn
Can't
it.
figure out where it's coming from. So then we pull off onto a rest stop.
And it was cicadas.
He turns off the engine, and we hear it. And it's all those cicadas in the trees.
Unbelievable. So then we get on 75. We head our way back, back south to Lexington. Had a couple of delays, a lot of traffic, a lot of truck traffic, and my cameras died.
Yes.
Which is a common YouTube thing. You want to take these GoPros sometimes and just chuck them, but they're the best thing out there. And for anyone who has dealt with GoPros, they know what I'm talking about. But they also understand that GoPro, there is no other player in the game really for me. There's just not. I've used other cameras, and honestly, you can do what you want. If it's going to be pixelated and be dancing all over the place, I don't want it. So the GoPro, as irritating as they can be.
That's what you have right now.
That's what I've got. I got 3 of them, but you're constantly resetting and changing batteries. It's just part of the game. So today, how far? 453.9 miles. We were saddle time was 7 hours and 28 minutes. We averaged over 60 miles an hour with all of those stops, which gives us a grand total of
4,678.7 miles.
4,678.7. Yep. So this trip is going to be well in excess of 5,000 miles. Tomorrow we have a 400 plus mile day, and the next day a 300 mile day. So we're going to say another 750 or so on top of that. It's going to be longer than the California trip.
Wow.
I really didn't expect that.
No wonder I feel so tired.
This trip has been different.
It's just different. The weather's different. It's just everything's. Plus, we did some sightseeing.
Yeah.
So.
Right. The weather has been a challenge. It has. Not only has the weather been a challenge, the traffic's been a challenge, and the expense has been a challenge.
The East Coast is just different from the West Coast.
It's completely
just different.
Well, then from the southern states, because that when we traveled to the West Coast, we were going through all of the southern states along there. It just isn't near as busy as the East Coast. I look forward to going out to the flyover states. I want to do some riding up there. I want to get out of the southeast. I want to get out of the east altogether, and I want to ride up into the middle of the country. Get up into, get a little north, maybe South Dakota.
Yep.
That sort of stuff. Coach, any epiphanies today? Anything you can think of?
Just the cicadas was funny.
Cicadas blew up my Spyder.
That was funny, yeah. And just the intensity of driving. If touring was what I experienced today, I probably wouldn't do it. Interstate driving all day, I wouldn't do that.
What we say about how every day is different, it really is.
Every day is a different
Every day
experience.
is different.
But, you know, I wouldn't trade it because I've enjoyed the experience of being able to travel like we do. So
And you know that, you know, sometimes traveling the interstate, it's easy. It's free and easy.
sometimes, yeah, but today, just, yeah.
Today was hopping. It was hopping.
It was hopping.
From about an hour in
So we
to the very end, it was hopping.
It was
just
constantly
hopping.
going, yeah. But it's over. Tomorrow's another day.
Pretty and green. Pretty and green. That's what it was. That's how I describe it. Pretty and green with some really rough roads.
You know, Ohio had a lot of farmland, which I didn't realize.
A lot of farm.
Yeah, flat farmlands.
There's some Harleys out there.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to be headed to Alabama, and then the last day we'll be the next day, which will be our last day, we'll be heading back to Tallahassee. I will miss being on the road.
Okie dokie.
I love traveling. I love coming in and out of the motels. I love meeting people. It's just the coolest thing. It's just, you know, I'm speechless.
Speechless.
This country is amazing.
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
Yep. Yep.
Whether it's hot, cold, wet, dry, it doesn't matter. It is amazing. The people are magnificent. They just are.
It's nice traveling and talking to people and seeing all the kindness from everybody. Instead of listening to the news and hearing how hateful everybody is.
It's just not true.
You just don't see it.
It's just not true.
Except when you're on the freeway, you kind of get irritated.
Yeah.
But that's probably every man gets irritated with every driver. So.
I'm going to tell you today, in Columbus, I got frustrated. I did. Other than that, I enjoyed the ride. Apart from the cicada explosion.
That was funny.
I was like, what is going on?
That's just funny.
Yeah.
Just the reactions on our faces when we turned the engine off and heard it.
It was amazing. It was ridiculous. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because I had read about it, but I just had no idea that it's 60, 70 miles an hour with a full face helmet closed and music playing and trucks beside you that you can hear this weird noise.
Yeah.
It was that loud.
All right.
Well, we need to get cleaned up, get ready for bed, all that stuff so that we can get up in the morning
And get started.
and put it in the wind because we're going to Alabama, girl. You ready to go to Alabama tomorrow?
Yes. Yes,
All right.
I am.
Well, do us a favor until next time. Go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams. Eat right.
Take care of yourself.
And remember, if you're not having fun,
You're doing it wrong.
yes, you are. Now you go see the day. Coach Vic and I will see you on the road real soon. God bless. We'll see you later.